Richard Heinz, Miami Dog Whisperer, and I've been waiting for this interview for a long time, and today we're finally going to get it. This is Dan Rivlin, and this is his famous dog Blitz, who's county known. Blitz is one of those rare dogs that you're going to find in your training career that truly is a bad boy. Like, he is a dominant guy, super dominant guy. He's not one of the scared dogs that becomes scared dominant that we work with all the time. It bites at random and all those. He was never scared. He's never scared of anything. And he just lost control. And when he would have moments, they were severe, dangerous moments. So when I got the call from Dan, about this, I think there were a few lawsuits in the works, I believe, right? There was a few things happening.
There were some legal issues that were occurring.
Yeah. I mean, randomly biting people in an elevator or somewhere else. So there was unpredictability, and it was when he felt like it. And if he had a moment, he was going to have a moment. And nobody could do anything about it. And Dan had been through, what, the first year or so of his life? Many trainers and philosophies, but really nobody could curb his behavior. So when we first started working, I'm going to let Dan tell the story now from here on exactly what was going on in the process.
Well, Blitzy is my fifth German Shepherd that I've had in my life, and far and away the most difficult one that I've ever had. I knew he was different from the time I got him. There was a level of aggression from him as a puppy that I never saw with any of the other shepherds. And very early on in his life, by about maybe 6-8 months, we were starting to have an aggression problem with him in my condo. He was very aggressive on the elevator. He'd already bitten a few people. And so we had to get some trainers quickly. And needless to say, we went through 3 trainers and the behavior didn't stop. It just got worse. Ever since Richard really understood his psychology, and we worked on that and worked around his psychology. He's been a really good dog, and at least 2.5 years he's been a very, very good dog.
Yeah. And before, I remember your mom used to take him for walks, and if anything came out, she would tie him to the pole.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Just in case, because she'd go flying down the block, him after person, bike, dog, cat, whatever it was going to be. And I remember her planting and tying the pole.
Absolutely.
And then waiting for it to pass and untying him and scurrying around, trying to avoid everything in town.
There were a lot of sleepless nights with this guy.
And also, and Blitz actually is a very skilled narcotic dog. So he's been part of a beach narcotic team and is very good at it. So he definitely has a talent for that, but he got suspended from that as well because of his aggressive behavior. So you send him out to find something, just get out of the way, because he may bite you. So he got suspended from that as well because of such severe aggression. But when we started working with him and reshaping everything, he's been fantastic. He's been really good. And actually, Dan walks him everywhere, usually without a leash. And he brings him in with other dogs. Now, you could not put him around other dogs before either, or he was going to do damage. So now he tolerates them, lets it happen, doesn't care. So he's really come a full circle. And I'm sure Dan now has a lot of confidence in him that doesn't have to worry about him being a time bomb and never knowing because when he does it, it's serious. Like, he does it with serious intention. There's not a nip, a nick, and scattered aggression. It's serious aggression. So this is something that for sure had to be curbed. There were many bad things on both sides were going to happen.
Yeah,
but as well, you couldn't have people in your house either, right?
No, I agree. It was impossible to have guests over. You never knew when he was going to go off, and I think time bomb is the right description. And now I call him a light switch because I can switch him on or off.
So how would you describe your experience with Richard Heinz, the Miami Dog Whisperer?
Oh, it's been miraculous. I think it has saved Blitz's life because he was on a one-way ticket to get euthanized by the county state.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and B, he's a pleasure to be around. I used to be afraid to come home. I didn't know what was waiting for me. I'd come home a couple times before Richard, and it looked like a couple of mafia guys had ransacked my house. But, you know, I definitely got trained, but he had to get trained too. He's probably one of the few dogs that actually had to get trained also.